Hey, we're back, maybe. Says we're back. Whether we're actually back or not remains to be seen. I'm seeing a whole lot of circling arrows. It doesn't really look like I'm back. Says I'm on the air. Uh, but I think, I need to backtrack and reload. Here we go. That's the animal. We are live. And that's a really cool thing. No viewers yet, so I can say whatever the hell I want. Yeah, let's see here what we got here. Ah, yes. We got the A class 10 slot normal multi-tool. Simply won't do. We are going to buzz on out of here and keep on the hunt for for the elusive experimental S-class 24 slot multi-tool. And that's the whole purpose of this broadcast, that and to collect some Quicksilver from Polo, because I have decided that I wanted to be doing the community event and be the explorer at the same time. So since I'm already hopping around the galaxy looking for multi-tools, warping like crazy, um, then it stands to reason that might as well collect some Quicksilver at it while I'm at it. So that is what we're doing. But the goal here, the real goal, was that elusive multi-tool. So we're after that. And as you can see, or not see, depending on whether you're actually watching or not, what we're doing is like to pop it into the black and white filter so that I can see where I've been and where I have yet to be, and so that I'm not wasting warp cells going back to previous systems that I have visited. And what I'm doing is I'm highlighting these things and I'm writing them down, and and then I'm warping there. I'm checking the space cabinets, and I'm hoping to find an S-class multi-tool. Or if I get an A-class multi-tool, I'll reload on the planet, on whichever planets are in the system, and then go back to the space station and check the cabinet again, hoping that um, a really cool uh, model of multi-tool is then available, because it does change. The class will stay the same, but the model will change, and sometimes it'll morph into experimental multi-tool with massively cool stats, or the alien version, um, again with ridiculous stats. That's what we're after. And I have found an S-Class 24 alien multi-tool, which is the ultimate, the best you can get, apart from the legacy versions, which were, I think, 88% damage modifier, which since the update next, I believe, um, is no longer available. And I believe that I have the maximum amount of damage modifier you can get now with the S-Class 24 at 34%. I think is the max you can get. And so I did manage to find one of those, but I have yet to find an experimental version of the S-Class 24 slot variety. So that's the goal. That's the goal today, and tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that, for weeks on end, ad nauseum, until I find one, because I am sort of relentless. That is a C-class, and therefore not worth sticking around one moment longer. Off we go to warp land. And hoping the next warp I will get contacted by Polo. And I get rewarded with some more Quicksilver. He contacted me once after 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 warps. I'm not really sure how many warps it's been. I should probably keep track of that so I know. But he hasn't contacted me in a little while. So I'm wondering if I have to visit the space station. Or maybe I need to call up that quest in my log. Because I'm not at all sure that I have, since I reloaded, I'm not sure I have that highlighted. So you might need to check that out. In the meantime, we have a struggling economy, which I don't like, but I want to make sure I hit all these systems. Because I have found alien and experimental multi-tools, even in the struggling and lame-ass economies. So I don't want to leave any stone unturned, if you know what I mean. We will check even the lowly systems, however unlikely they may be, and just to make sure our bases are covered. Okay, we are in the Abataba system. Abataga system. Which really doesn't matter as long as it yields me up the multi-tool, the weaponry that I'm after. We shall see, we shall see. I was not contacted by Polo. He did not give me more Quicksilver. I'm a little disappointed in him. I may have to call up the anomaly. Okay, so it says today's research mission is complete. The space anomaly will broadcast new directives next daily cycle. So apparently I can only do it once a day. Okay, I was missing that. Message received, however, so I get it now. I'm slow, but I get there. Talking about a B class 21 slot, not good enough. Off we go. For those of you that didn't see it, that's pretty much everyone. Yeah, a couple of warps ago, found an A class 10 slot in the cabinet, which eventually turned into an A24 by the time I was done doing the planetary reload, so that was cool. What was even cooler was there was a green ball hauler with active shields, blue active shields on the top and on the bottom. Really cool looking, and was very excited to find that. Only it was actually my first full active shield. I've found them with the lights on the bottom and the lights on the top, but not on the top and the bottom at the same time. So that was my first one of those. That was a milestone and very cool. So I marked that system for future visits. But now, off we go. Our mad rush into oblivion to try and find that elusive multi-tool. Looking at Mocking Pact. This is not the best broadcast that I've done for a stream. It's really not much to look at. Again, this really is more for just practice. Talking and playing at the same time, learning how to multitask and keep a running dialogue going for whomever chooses to show up and hang out with me. And like I mentioned, it's been hugely helpful hanging out with Sword and Panda, kind of seeing how the dudes get it done. The pros, and maybe something will rub off, pick something up. Of course, it wouldn't hurt if I had a personality. I'm not sure just talking a lot is the key here. It is nice. We do have uh, a couple more members in the FDI, the Free Delta Initiative. That is just the hub that Panda and Lily Hop and I created um, after a massive epic fail at one of the communities we're involved in. That was actually really fun at first, really enjoyable. But a certain person had to sabotage everything and ruined our little playtime. So we decided, hey, we can do this again and create an even bigger, better, and more badass community than the one we just watched go down in flames. And we've done just that. Um, and it's taken off, and we have some awesome people in our community now that we get to hang out with every day, and it's a really fun thing and really cool thing to see everything grow and evolve and morph into this really cool community. A lot of fun, and we're really enjoying it. And so we have Snow Raptor, a member of Epic, who joined our little pirate group, and by default that qualifies him as an FDI member. And then Panda just introduced us to Catalyst 87X, and Catalyst is now live in the chat rooms on the FDI, and it's just crazy how our little community is growing by leaps and bounds. It's just taken off, and again, very cool, good stuff. Now I've lost my train of thought and cannot remember if I have been in here yet. But I don't think so. So let's go check the space station, because I'm pretty sure that experimental multi-tool is in there now. Maybe if I say it like that, it will be there. Oh, another one of my beautiful entries into the space station. Ass over tea kettle. Flying drunk, nothing like it. Well, I'm just glad. It seems like the audio or the video is, I shouldn't say this out loud because I'll probably jinx it, but it seems like the video is stabilized. Audio seems to be sound still, so it's a good sign. It's a good sign. But we're a B class 21. Nothing in this system. Let's go find another one. My problem is I get talking and I can't multitask. Save my life, so I end up doing the same thing over and over again. It's not good for people watching the stream. All right, we are gonna hit up the Tutsudo system. See if there's anything worth seeing there. It's a comfortable system, so it's a 50-50 shot. Cool looking system here. Life incompatible planet. Here's a ringer. Miasmatic. Or miasmatic. With a moon. That is incandescent. The space station is way over there. Let's go hit this sucker up, see what we can get. See what we can wrestle away from it, if anything. Okay. Yep, nothing here. C-class pistol. Lame. Off we go then. Usually wait a second or two to see if a cool ship's going to come warping in. Give it a chance just in case it's one of those elusive black fighters. Or hauler. Or explorer. Kind of like to see another black, truly black ship. A Tango Rabuki. It's an adequate system. I like it. A Tango. A Tango in the night. Okay. I'm writing this down. That's why there's all these giant lapses. It's because I'm also writing things down in my my notebook. Trying to keep track of things, and in case the little circles disappear from around the systems and refuses to identify the planets that I've been to, which has happened to me a bunch of times actually, and I end up warping to the same planet. It took me a long time to figure out I was chasing my tail, and because I thought the discoveries were just staying there, but they weren't. Apparently it'll only keep track of the last 100 or so, and then they start disappearing. So I started writing them down so I wouldn't continue doing that. So I had to get my little nerd book out. Keeping track of it now. Yep, so this is basically just a practice stream. Probably shouldn't waste everybody's time doing this in case they want watch my show and decide, hey, I'm never watching this guy's stuff again. Again, I do so much more enjoy being jumping into someone else's stream and sort of helping keep on the conversation there rather than doing it myself. But I was bored and I wanted to give it another go. It's been like 5 or 6 months since I streamed last time, and kind of wanted to keep it, refresh my memory and how it was done, and might come up with some ideas, something a little more exciting than what I'm doing now, to keep people's interest up, or something that's a little different than what anyone else is doing. Might actually come up with something interesting. Who knows? But I've got to get a little bit better at doing this and playing and keeping the running monologue going without too much dead air. So I'm going to keep on talking and keep on playing until I can get this thing figured out. And yeah. Well, here we go on another warping session. 20 minutes into the second broadcast because I lost the video on the first one, which wasn't that cool. It said I was still on the air, but I had my laptop open and I was able to actually see that, in fact, there was no video. And that was handy. So I was able to shut it off, make a couple of adjustments, and get booted back up. It seems to be working just fine now. So that is killer. I'm thinking I'm only going to be playing for a few more minutes. I'm going to shut her down and enjoy some time with my wife, the beautiful Empress Six Rain, who's also a No Man's Sky fan, although she's not quite the fanatic that I am. She does enjoy the game on occasion, and we do some exploring together and some stuff in the game. We'll be doing more, and maybe one of these days I can talk her into joining, helping me do a stream or two. That would be awesome. She's a lot smarter than I am, and she's a better conversationalist, so. We'll keep our fingers crossed for that one of these days. Meantime, you're stuck with me, dear viewer. We are not having a lot of luck tonight anyway, so I'm going to do one more warp, and then we're going to call it. And we're going to call it successful because I was actually able to connect up, get a stream going, and that was worth it as far as I'm concerned. Getting reestablished and reacquainted with the mechanics of, running a stream. And that doesn't suck in my book. Alright, this will be the last system we visit tonight. And it's got one planet. So if it's going to have a decent multi-tool in the cabinet, it needs to happen on the first one in order not to make my life miserable. The Free Delta Initiative. What a community. What a community. It's I've been involved in some good communities in this game. The Amino Hub is awesome. Pretty good stuff. The No Man's Sky Cafe, Lily Hop's creation, another stellar, pardon the pun, but just a stellar community with really good, solid, fun people, nice people. And I wanted to start something, modeled after that sort of community on the Amino app. It's colorful, it's busy, it enables you to really sort of share in a much more immersive way the experience of No Man's Sky with screenshots and videos and how it links up with YouTube and Twitch and for live streamers and things like that. Just a really versatile app, really nice, and really conducive to creating real-time community events and communication. Good stuff. And the FDI was pretty well patterned after the No Man's Sky Cafe and all the wonderful people there. I wanted to emulate that and create a hub, a really really a good community with lots of quality people, not just whoever happens to show up, willy-nilly because they have the graphics. I mean the glyphs or the chords to show up, and that qualified them to be part of the community. No, we wanted something that really, if you can be a decent human being, and really that's the only requirement. And we've managed to do that. We're hoping that it stays that way. In fact, we're going to make sure that it does. And we're going to provide a really cool, safe place for everyone to game in the No Man's Sky universe. So if you get a chance, if you're watching this, some random person that plays No Man's Sky, if you've never heard of the Free Delta Initiative, look up do a search on the Amino app. If you don't have the Amino app, you should get it and join our community. And that really opens up this game. So Slade out, signing off. And hey, if you are watching this, thanks for viewing after the fact. If you like what you see, subscribe, ring the bell, hit the like button or the dislike button. It doesn't really matter. Uh, do whatever you want. And we'll talk to you soon. Any luck at all. Peace, guys.